think we've seen you in maybe 4 years, perhaps, pre-COVID, but welcome back, sir. You're welcome to come up here or go to the center.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Just to refresh everyone's recollection, I have the honor of representing precincts 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the wonderful town of Milton, and I'm very proud to have that honor each and every day in Congress. I also want to recognize and thank my colleagues who are here every day and representing the town of Milton, Senator Walter Timothy and Representative Bill Driscoll and Representative Brandy Fluker Oakley as well. So I thank them for their wonderful work on the state side. I understand there are very, very important matters on the warrant, so I will be extremely brief, but I did want to update you on ongoing activities in Washington, D.C. We are currently in the midst of an evacuation process in Sudan. We've conducted 3 evacuation efforts so far. One was a flight out. We took between 60 and 80 embassy personnel, flew them out to Djibouti. We also have done 2 ground convoys out to the port of Sudan. There are 26,000 U.S. citizens in Sudan, and I would say probably half of those are dual citizenships. So many of them do not want to leave the country. But we do have 5,000 U.S. citizens who have contacted the embassy and who have expressed either expressed a desire for guidance or for assistance in evacuating. And as the situation has devolved, more and more people are beginning to realize the dire consequences of staying. So we're keeping an eye on that very closely. In Washington, we're dealing with the most pressing need is to raise the debt limit. As you know, we typically do this without much controversy, but this year is different. There's an effort by my colleagues across the aisle who would like to attach some budget items to the raising of the debt limit, which did not happen in the 3 occasions when we raised the debt limit under President Trump, but now it seems to be part of the discussion. I want you to know that we have about 250,000 people in our district, the 8th Congressional District, who rely on either Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid or veterans benefits, which would all be affected if we were unable to pass the increase in the debt limit in a timely fashion. So it's incredibly important that we get that done, and we're in negotiations as we speak. I was very pleased to see that we were able to obtain just over $5 million for the town of Milton in federal money in the COVID relief package, the CARES Act, and also the American Rescue Plan. And that was wisely spent by the town of Milton in trying to defray some of the costs of dealing with the pandemic, but also some of the economic consequences of not having that tax money coming in. So that was very well handled by our local town administrator and also your town officials. We are currently in the first phase of the Jobs and Infrastructure Act, which will provide the Commonwealth of Massachusetts with about $8.5 billion in federal money. We have some of the oldest infrastructure in the country here in Massachusetts because of the settlement sequence, but it's a 5-year payout, so over the next 5 years we'll be getting that $8.5 billion, and it will be up to the legislature and the governor to decide where and when those resources will be deployed. There's a great deal of money that was